What's up, guys? The Pop Punk Dad here with the guys from Don't Panic.
Hello.
We are here at the Crafthouse in Pittsburgh. You guys are playing with Keep Flying tonight.
Yes, we are.
In 2021, you guys dropped 2 records.
Yeah.
You had a full length called Dark Horse and a cover album called Under the Cover One. What is the reception on those 2 albums been like?
So far, so good, I think. Hopefully good. People seem to like our Dark Horse album a lot, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
We got a pretty good response.
Decent response from people.
The cover album, people really liked a lot of those covers we did. Because we picked, like, I don't know, stuff that you wouldn't really hear bands covering. Because we're, you know, more like a pop rock, pop punk kind of band. But
Yeah.
we're doing, like a lot of the songs we do,
Metallica.
like, yeah, like ELO and Billy Joel. Like, we're doing, like, kind of stuff that's, like, a little pretty far out of our purview, but stuff that we really like.
How did you guys choose the songs that were on that? Was it like each band member picked something type thing?
Yeah, we were like, hey, let's do a cover album. Let's do and everyone just pick one song that kind of represents like your musical I don't know, it was like
Palette, who you are?
Like what song like represents you as like a member of the band.
Yeah, it was a lot of pressure to like pick that one song.
It is hard because you want to pick so many songs.
Yeah.
And there's so many fun ones to do.
A lot of choices.
And we didn't want to do anything like new because like a lot of bands do that, but
And then it fades.
yeah, well, it just I think it's harder to pick like a band like a Billy Joel or like it's like something that's like a band like us wouldn't regularly play.
Yeah.
So it's like that's like a challenge that we kind of liked.
Yeah, it's an influence, but it might not be an influence that's apparent on the surface of our music, you know.
Yeah.
But it's in there. It's deep within us. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I played a
You said
band.
not to touch you before we started.
You guys have some shows in the UK coming up.
Yeah.
Have you ever guys toured the UK before?
Never so I've only ever played outside of the U.S. one time. I
Canada.
played in Canada, in Vancouver. I did an acoustic show. So the UK stuff is the first time ever going overseas. I'm really, really excited. First of all, the people in the UK are like freaking awesome. They're like the nicest, most supportive people. Like,
Yeah.
and it's weird to say, but I'd say about almost half of our fan base is from the UK, even though we've never been there.
That's wild.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they really think we're cool for some reason.
yeah, I don't know why. But so it's gonna be really cool to go over there and then already have fans who like our band.
Yeah, a place you've never been.
Yeah, it's
Totally
gonna
untouched.
be really wild. I'm really excited about it.
You're going over there with half of Bowling for Soup,
Yes.
your brother,
My brother Rob, yep,
and
then
Jaret,
and the Big Cheese.
the Big Cheese.
Yeah.
You guys played with them a couple months ago at a place in Warrendale.
Yes, Jurgles.
How was that? I mean, I was there at that show, but how was that show for you guys?
Is amazing. That was like so we played 4 shows with them in September, and they were like probably the 4 best shows we ever played.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's really that close.
Yeah.
They were all awesome.
The Jurgle show, I do remember being really cool. I like that venue a lot. I like the balcony.
Yeah.
The crowd was awesome. People were really excited. It was a really great show.
By the time you guys played the first chord, the show was sold out.
Yeah, it was
So
sold out.
That was rad.
Yeah, it was a great night.
Yeah, we were very lucky to be able to play those shows.
Yes.
Speaking of Jaret Reddick, he did a song with you guys.
Yep.
So what was it like collabing with him? And how'd you get to choose the song that he wanted to be on, or did he pick it? Or
It kind of chose him in a way because we had written the album. Me and Anthony got together like pretty much like every other week, and we'd hash the songs out, and then we'd come up with some lyrics. He'd come over, and like we'd kind of come up with some ideas. We had one song that had nothing, no lyrics, and nothing on it. And I was like, man, the song was one of my favorite ones on the album. But I was like, I need something. I need lyrics, and I was like, me and him did a song on our first album in 2020. And I was just like, hey, you want to finish the song with me? And he was like, yeah. So we just got on Zoom or
Skype,
or one of those things. And we just sat there for a couple hours. We threw around some vocals, some ideas, and there it was. It was just done. It was
That's
great.
amazing.
He's an awesome songwriter, and he is great. Like, he's just like really quick. Like, we'll sit there in silence for a minit, and like we look both looking down at our keyboards, and also be like, this, and be like, that's fucking awesome. Like, let's do it.
So I did say you're playing with your brother. So what's it like playing with siblings?
Well, so it's I've been doing it for a really long time.
Yeah.
When I started playing music, me and my brother were in a band together. He was a drummer.
Yep.
And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he plays every instrument. So he started as a drummer, then he played in a band with Anthony, where Anthony was the drummer and Rob was the singer. You guys did that for like a couple years?
Yeah, a few years.
They got to play Warped Tour, like they did a bunch of stuff.
Sick.
Yeah. And then he played in Pat Pending, he played in the Ataris, and we went on tour with the Ataris, and Rob was playing, and Rob actually played guitar in Don't Panic for a little bit while we were on tour. So he's been like, kind of like, he's part of like the family, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
So he's like always kind of around. Like when we have a show, if our bass player can't make it, or something, he always like kind of comes and pops in and fills in. And so, cool. Yeah, he's kind of always around. He's like kind of like a fifth member almost in a way.
That's awesome. Prior to Don't Panic's formation in 2019, you guys did start 2019. I think.
Yes.
Right. Okay. You guys said you played in other bands. What were the other bands, and what were the sounds from those other bands?
Why don't you can go first. What other stuff did you do?
Oh God, like how far back do you want to go? I don't know.
Since you were born.
Since I was born, well, I was in a band in high school called Syndicate. That was like a hardcore meets rap group.
You know, like late 90s rap rock.
New
Remember that, right?
Yeah.
I was in a band with his brother called Pull the Pin. It's kind of like a Blink-182 / NoFX style.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm in a band called the Cobra Boys. We do weddings, we do birthday parties, all that kind
Covers
of stuff.
and
So it's covers.
The Punchball Hustler band.
Punchball Hustlers.
It was like Weezer-y
kind of Weezer / Foo Fighters / lots of stuff. You know?
Yeah.
It's it all failed. You know, none of it really mattered to many people, but it's all in here.
I played in my first band called Shortwave Radio with my brother Rob. He played drums. And Bowling for Soup's guitar tech, Ian, was our bass player.
Okay.
And then I joined a band called Split 50, which I played with about 10 years. Our bass player Keith was also in the band. He's the bass player in Split 50. And we were like, you know, we did some stuff. We went on Warped Tour a bunch of years. We were on Eulogy. We put out a couple albums, did some touring. So it was like, you know, it was kind of like a touring band, like a real band. And then we broke up. I kind of went on like a musical hiatus for like 8 years.
You know how that is.
Yeah, and then we started doing this.
I did forget to mention one, and that would be Half Lip. I was in a band called
Another,
Half Lip.
is that another new metal?
Yes, and we did open up for the Insane Clown Posse. So
you made the big time.
You did make it.
Well, that was I mean, come on.
Did you get sprayed with Fago?
I didn't. I left before that could happen, but there were a pretty good amount of people there. I'll tell you that. I counted at least 50, so it's
Awesome.
pretty good.
So I did mention Jaret Reddick. You guys collab with him. Is there any dream collabs you'd have, or a dream band you'd like to play with?
Any?
I
mean, Foo Fighters.
Oh,
Dave Grohl.
Uncle Dave, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as far as collab, yeah. And I would love to tour with or play shows with like Bayside. It's like one of my favorite bands. Mill and Colin. I really like Lit a lot, even though it's like
they're coming back.
I know they're putting a new album out.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I love them from the '90s, man. I was like one of my. I learned how to play guitar to the Place in the Sun album that they put out in the '90s. So it's
just listened to Krista Makes a Podcast, and they had those.
I saw they were on that.
If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. That's a shameless plug for Chris. So.
What about you?
I want to tour with White Reaper.
Oh yeah, that's
Very
another
badly.
great band. If
They're-
you haven't
they're-
heard them, you should check that band out. They're
White
really
Reaper.
cool. It's like modern day Thin Lizzy kinda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
really fucking good.
They're awesome.
What are your guys' weirdest influences?
Weirdest influences?
Weirdest.
I don't know. That's a hard. Maybe Weird Al might be a weird.
You know
influence
that
for me.
Johnny from Key Flying said that Weird Al is his favorite artist of all time.
Dude.
I wouldn't doubt. He's
He
going to
is-
see Weird Al in concert soon.
Yeah.
You'll probably see Johnny there. He's a Weird Al tattoo on his arm.
Oh, I didn't see
Weird Al
that.
is
He's
amazing.
sick, yeah.
He's an amazing performer. His band is amazing. I've seen him live a bunch of times.
I would say maybe Huey Lewis and the News for me. If it was music, it's like one of my favorite bands ever.
Speaking of the Chris podcast, you should check that one out.
Okay, well
he
there you
did Power of Love. They did that song.
Oh,
right
that's
down.
amazing. Yeah, I love Huey Lewis. I like. It's been growing on me like '80s, like I don't know if it's like Hall & Oates and Huey Lewis. Like a lot of music has been really growing on me a lot, like in the last couple years. So that's like a weird influence. I would feel like for
It's hard to
like a rock band.
It's hard to determine a weird one.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think I listen to anything too weird.
Lordy. I love Lordy.
Lordy's pretty cool, yeah.
But it's like that. It's not so much that they influence us musically. I just like it.
Right.
It's fun to listen to, and you get like influences from like anything. It's really weird. Like even if it's things you don't like you'll see something, even if it's like not just music, but like press photo ideas or website. Like you'll see a band that even if you don't like them, you're like, oh, that's really cool. Like it influences you. So it's not always necessarily a band I'll listen to, or if you're not talking about bands, I don't know, other things could influence
commercials.
You too. Yeah. When we do music videos, or we like to be as creative as we can with those. So if you see like a cool music video, even again if it's a band you don't like, you still kind of draw some cool ideas from them.
I mean, everything's pretty much been done this time. Everyone's trying to you can't really reinvent the wheel.
Yeah,
it's kind of draw influence.
It is wild when you think about how many bands there are and artists, and how many songs have been written, and how people are still trying to find the songs that have not existed yet.
Slightly different way to.
Yeah, it's really weird and kind of crazy. And how long can it keep going?
So what is next for you guys after this?
So we're just gonna be playing shows a bunch this year. The plan is just to kind of keep hitting up some small tours like this. So we're doing this 5-day tour to Keep Flying. We're gonna do another one with our friends in Goalkeeper, who are from Philly. We're gonna do ones.
Nice.
We're gonna do ones from this band Eternal Boy, who's actually from Pittsburgh.
I think Rishi's coming tonight.
Yeah, he said he might try and come out. Yeah, they're great. There's a chance we might be doing some bigger tours. We're kind of waiting to hear back from those, and we got, I got the acoustic tour in the UK.
Don't want to jinx yourself.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx myself. I don't mention anything. But we have, some opportunities coming up that might be cool, and then we're gonna work on some new songs this year. Not any albums, but maybe some singles throughout the year. And I think we might do a couple more cover songs. We were talking about. That's kind of our year. Just like play some shows, release some music, have some fun, whatever,
Sick.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have for you.
All right. I saw you put the phone away, so I knew
that was the last question. Yeah, I know, that was the last one. I always ask the guys what's next for the year. So I always like doing that as the last one, so I can do a follow-up with you guys a year later.
And be like, you lied to me.
Yeah.
That wasn't what was next.
You didn't do this or this.
No, but you guys did do this thing, and then...
Nice. And hopefully we come back to Pittsburgh again soon after this show.
Thanks for having
we haven't
us,
even played this show, and we already want to come back.
We are already itching to come back.
Already.
Well, these guys are amazing. I saw them with Eternal Boy.
Bowling for Soup.
Bowling for Soup.
A little different.
Yeah.
And Middle Room played that show too.
That's where I'm getting it confused. Is Middle Room played? Yeah.
Those are Rishi's boys also, so I get it.
But this has been the Pop Punk Dad with guys from Don't Panic.
Thanks for watching.
We love you, Dad.